Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships, and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey y'all, it is Nicky Says You Only Live Once with MIA Magazine presents. So, y'all, we have a really packed show tonight because it is Art Basel season, which means it is Art of Black Miami season. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. There's so much like goodness coming your way. Now, a big shout out to our sponsors, the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also the FAMU Medical Marijuana Education and Research Institute. Get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis right here within Florida. As I mentioned earlier, y'all, it is Art of Black Miami Art Basel season in partnership with the Greater Miami CVB. There's so many things happening this week. It literally kicked off yesterday, and a big shout out to our winner of the MIA Magazine art submission, Joanne. Okay, Joanne Hampstead. So congratulations. I love it. I'm really big on Afro art, Afro features, the color. I am Caribbean, so anything that has colors and anything that has Caribbean features that represents the diaspora, I'm so big on that. So congratulations to you, Joanne. Looking forward to meeting you. And I'm so happy that you're able to share your art with the masses. And here is a calendar of everything that is happening this week for Art of Black Miami. Not everything is over the bridge. Not everything is on South Beach or Miami Beach. Yes, there's so much talent locally within our heritage neighborhoods. Little Haiti, Little Havana, North Miami, Liberty City, Opa-locka, Wynwood. Let's celebrate our artists, our local artists right here within Miami that is not typically or stereotypically on the beach, okay? So again, visit miamediagrp.com for your list of where to go. I attended the Prism Art Fair Miami yesterday. It was in the Miami Design District, and y'all, I was mesmerized. There were so many acrylic paintings, pastels, canvases, photography, 3D. I mean, it's just it's on a different level. So I've been to Art Basel in previous years, but yesterday and actually last year as well, there's so much advancement. So art is not only like painting, but it's immersed. It's actually kind of advanced. And I want to say it's been like an evolution as far as showing art in different pieces. So it's not only on a canvas, but there's also sculptures. There's 3D animation. There's 3D sculpturing as well. So please support our local artists. Again, visit miamediagrp.com for your list. Also on social, MIA Media GRP on social, and also the MIA Magazine as well. Now, this show is brought to you again by our Duke and Dame Whiskey sponsors, and we're doing a giveaway. I've tasted their whiskey. I'm not a whiskey girl, but they have a salted caramel whiskey, and there is like nothing else needed. Just some ice, some cubes, and you're good to go. So for your chance to win a Duke and Dame whiskey bottle, just mention this in our comments on social, Instagram, or Facebook. Name a Black-owned restaurant within Monroe-Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches for your chance to win a Duke and Dame whiskey bottle. That's it. Pretty simple. And also, so Legacy Magazine, they recognized their top healthcare professionals about 2 weeks ago. And the recognition or reception took place at the Demesman and Dover headquarters in Fort Lauderdale. So here is a sizzle of how the reception went down.
Legacy Black Healthcare Professionals 2022. Representing Legacy's, South Florida's top healthcare Black professionals 2022.
Thank you all for coming out tonight and wish you all a safe journey home. Thank you.
Wow, what a night. I was there obviously, and it was a night filled of Black excellence. So many doctors, chiropractors, nurse practitioners, scientists. It was such a great feeling to know that our community, that they're on that level to help us as far as healthcare. So congratulations to all the honorees and to the new ones, and we'll see you next year. And as I said earlier, we have a jam-packed show tonight. It is Art of Black Miami season, and we have a lineup of guests for you all tonight. So kicking off our show tonight is none other than Rodney Royal. He is the artist. So Rodney, thank you so much for being one of our featured guests tonight. How is your Wednesday going?
It's going busy, and thank you for having me.
Well, you know, I was gifted one of your pieces, and I'm in love with it. It's literally in my room. It's very colorful. I have a couple of questions about it. I want to learn more about where that passion comes from, your background, and so forth. So, when did you realize your gift?
I can say I realized my gift when I was in elementary school. I'm a self-taught artist, and the one thing I remember around that age is every time I had a little break in school, if I had a blank piece of paper, I was drawing, and I still do that to this day. If I go out to eat, and you know how sometimes they'll give you a napkin, or like you go into a seafood place, they have the brown paper on the table. I ask my wife, or does anybody have a pen or a marker, and I draw.
Oh,
you know, that's my therapy. So, but I realized that at a young age that I had a thing for art. I had a love for art.
So, how would you describe your visuals?
I would describe them. I like to use a lot of color. On my father's side, we're from the Bahamas. We're from Nassau. So, I like, and being from Miami, born and raised in Miami, we have a diverse culture down here. You can bump in just in your day. You might bump into 100 different cultures throughout the day. So, that my background, I love using color, and I have a love for music, and music to me is color. It's another form of art. Every time I paint, I have something playing in the background. Like I always play like Robert Glasper or something like that.
Oh my God, I love Robert Glasper. Gosh.
Oh yeah, Black radio all day.
Okay.
So,
that's awesome. And Aaliyah, we can show his the painting I have in my room. So what inspired? Okay, so here's your painting right here. So what
Right.
inspired this piece right here? So currently, this is literally in my bedroom as I enter my
Okay.
closet.
So I can answer that. Well, a lot of my paintings, I paint women a lot, but most of them are like profile, um, I guess like profiles of a woman's face, her head. A lot of times she either has like a head wrap on or a crown. And a lot of my paintings, you'll see a crown because my last name is Royal. But it also has another meaning because just like that's a mural right there at Phyllis Wheatley Elementary in Overtown. And
Oh,
if you can see it, it says, "We must know that we are kings and queens," and that's how I think of us. That's how I think of our people. So having a crown has a double meaning. My last name and what I feel, what I know that we are as a people.
no, that's really inspirational. So yeah, we have a crown as a people.
Right.
So as far as your pieces, as far as mine, there's a lot of
Okay.
glitter
Well.
and
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
words as well.
Let me. Okay. As a matter of fact, you have a really special piece because that is the first, and since then it's been the only time that I've used glitter in a painting. I was just, I do a lot of those swirl and those linear designs with different colors in them, but I was trying something different just to say, hey, let me see how this will turn out. And your piece is the only piece that I've done
Oh
with
my
glitter and only one with glitter.
Oh my God. I feel so special. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was also told that this piece was gifted to me because of my eyes. And I was like, my eyes.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah. A good friend of mine, Jermaine, when I just did it and I posted it. It was up for grabs or whoever. Hey, somebody liked it, reach
yeah.
out to me, and he saw it and he sent me a text. He said, "I gotta have that." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." He said he said it reminded me of a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he said it looks just like her. Mind you, I was just painting a woman.
Yeah.
you know, but he said no, it looks just like her. We're gonna gift it to her. I said, hey, I said no, I have no problem with that. And when you I think you called me. Yeah, you called me. You gave me a call
I
and you
did. I
told me that
called
first time
you.
I spoke to you, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, wow. But now that I'm seeing you, I see why.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
eyes are it. Yeah.
No, I really appreciate that. And I want to say, so like I was speaking to Paperwater previously about my background. So I'm Jamaican and a lot of island features and background, but I was called Googly Eyes in elementary and middle school. I was called Googly Eyes. And I was like, what the hell is Googly Eyes? What is Googly Eyes?
Yeah.
So, as I've gotten older, I've learned to accept my eye feature. I know my eyes are really distinctive. So when I was gifted that art piece, I was like, yeah, I could see what's
Yeah.
coming from. So maybe I visited you during a dream or something, which gave you the inspiration to make that art piece. I'm just talking.
Possibly. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
No, of course. So, okay, how can we find you and your work?
Well, you can find me. I'm always on social media, Facebook under Rodney Royal, Instagram under King Rod Royal. That's KingRodRoyal. I usually post, not usually, every time I do something, I post it on there. I have a lot of murals in a lot of Dade County schools.
Okay.
Right. Well, and tomorrow I'm actually doing I have a show where I'm the feature artist. I'm gonna have 17 new pieces that haven't been seen before. I did a little post on my Instagram, just a little quick, teaser. But it's going to be at the Lacenia Bullard Building in Richmond Heights, the South Dade Black History Building.
Yes.
So it's called Black Basel South. So I'm the feature artist, and I also got my oldest son. He has 6 pieces in there too. He's in the art world too. Yeah. So this is his first
And
first
that's
showing.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
The opening reception is tomorrow night from 6 to 8:30, but they're going to be having throughout the weekend, Friday and Saturday, where people can come through and check out the work and purchase. So
yes. So you'll okay, but you'll be there physically tomorrow.
I will physically be there tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pull up. Yeah, I want to come support. I feel like in person.
Sure. Yes, we have to meet. And I want to. Did you see those the backpacks that you showed that had the Fearless on them?
Aaliyah, let's show it again if we can. Yeah, go ahead.
That's those backpacks I did the artwork on is actually a collaboration I did with my cousin who owns Cuff Design. So he has I don't know, you guys probably heard of Cuff Design. He makes leather. That's my cousin Winston.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Okay,
so
we tomorrow or throughout the weekend.
Well, he has something else going on. I'm gonna be. He's doing a whole nother thing. He has a big thing coming up on December 11th at Lorna's Cafe.
Oh no, Lorna's. I'll be there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but at the opening reception tomorrow, and I'll be there tomorrow night, and I'll also be there on Saturday, from 11 a.m. to about 4 p.m.
Oh, on Saturday. Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, Rodney, thank you so much. Congratulations. I feel so super special and honored to have your piece in my room. Okay.
The only one with glitter on it. The only one.
With glitter on it. What? Okay. Well, Rodney, thank you so much. We are blessed with your gifts and your talents. And we'll see you during the Miami season 2022.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night. And now on to my next co-host. She is our board-certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So, Dr. Delvena, where are you tonight or this week?
Hey, guys. It's Dr. Delvena Thomas, a board-certified psychiatrist in South Florida. Are you ready to take the couch? Please join me every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern as I explore the many realms of the brain on my podcast, The Brain Love Podcast. It's on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google, Pandora, iHeartRadio, just to name a few. Please join me every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Brain Love.
Are you ready to take the couch?
Okay, so Dr. Delvena, thank you so much. And I was literally on your IG page, and I think you're in Zanzibar. You're like somewhere in Africa. So I guess you'll update us next week. Have fun and safe travels. And now on to our next Art of Black Miami showcase feature. It's Paperwater. So this is a duo. It is Day G and also Eddie. And we're going to be talking about their upcoming performance with the Filmgate Interactive Media Festival. So happy Hump Wednesday. And Eddie, you're on mute right now. You may want to unmute yourself. Yep. So my first question is, anybody can go first, but what inspired the name Paperwater?
I'll let Eddie go first.
Okay, Eddie.
I want to say Deji and I's relationship and how we approach like music kind of inspired the name, and like paper being like it had synonymous with money, and water being free flowing and adaptable to like any shape and form. It's kind of how we came up with the name one night.
Yeah, I'm like water is like flows, but paper is.
Have you ever heard that Bruce Lee quote, like be like water? I have.
Be like water.
Very original. So how would you describe your music style or genre?
So I would describe it electronic with soulfulness coming from Haitian and African culture.
Okay. And when you say African, what region or what country are we talking about?
Specifically Liberia, where my family is from. Boom, boom, boom. And Yeah, so Liberian, West Africa, you know, Afro beats, dance, Afro house, and then also Haitian house music too.
Okay, and I think we have a snippet. Aaliyah, can we go ahead and play that snippet really quick? Let me know.
You guys got that exclusive?
Yeah, we should have that exclusive. We sure
I like
should.
that.
Yeah, I dropped some
Don't
exclusive.
fail us now. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Here's a snippet.
Go ahead and drive me crazy. Bet you don't know the F. Got all your niggas hating, cause you don't hit them back. But see, with me, don't got no cuss, won't try to lock it. Just keep your legs around my neck till it's so fussy.
I see Eddie back there jamming.
Play no games, no games, no games. No, what you do to me with some kind of weakness. You looking just fit as can be. Eat you up like it's peaches. And if I beg a little piece, don't tell. If I kiss it real good, don't yell. All my wants and needs, you know how to complete it.
Wow, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm vibing with it.
Yeah. You know, like nice little summer vibe, little sangria for you.
Unreleased.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. A little glass in my hand. And,
you know, just something like sundress vibes. That's what we call that. Yes.
Very fancy.
So tell us about the Filmgate Music Festival. What is that all about?
You know what? We could tell you about our performance in the Filmgate Festival.
Yeah.
So on the 2nd, we're going to be at the Frost Planetarium, and it's to do our BEM audio visual live experience. And so we're combining 3D visuals with music, and BEM stands for Black Electronic Music.
Black electronic music. So I am familiar with electronic music, but I had no idea that there was a Black electronic music.
Yeah,
so what's the difference between electronic music and Black electronic music?
Well, let me tell you. One, the joke was gonna go too far, but the difference is that a lot of our music, like Deji alluded to earlier, deals a lot with the Caribbean diaspora and the African, and like how we try to like merge our two households together. Like we have like a lot of like stories about similar upbringing and music, and we often sample that. Like I'm sampling compa and making it into like yeah, you know, like we're getting the compa and we're getting the techno and we're getting this like Liberian skit scat, and then we're putting it together, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it feels brand new. Like it doesn't feel boring. It's definitely like not for if you're like really into like the radio play, you know, like the same song. Yeah, you know, I'm taking a shot right now to those people.
I know. Me too. Yeah,
it's time for a change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just you know, terrestrial radio is what I call it. Mm-hmm. Terrestrial versus streaming, totally different audiences, different listenership. It's totally different. But for you to take compa and to mix it, it's like a fusion.
Yes.
Of style. And I freaking love it. That is, I've never heard of that before. Like I've heard of like fusions with like maybe European and American or Afro beats with something else, but like with compa, with Afro beats. Like,
no. I'm glad you said that, because in EDM music, you know, a lot of, especially Black people, they consider it a white genre, even though like Black music was developed by Black people, you know, in Chicago and Detroit. And so we're also highlighting that. So that's why we're putting the Black in front of it, just to almost brand it for like Black people, you know, like we love dance music, but we're just fed like hip hop and R&B.
That's all we're fed. And there's so much beyond us, beyond like rap and hip hop. We're more than that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's conditioning. And you know, you're one of the pioneers for changing that form of music genre as far as influences. So You know, thank you so much for that. I'm not really, I mean, I love hip hop and rap, but I love art.
Yes.
Music is art, and that's what you're doing. You're creating art. So So as far as you being a partnership, collaborating with the Filmgate Music Festival, how can we get more details and purchase tickets and so forth?
So you could go to Filmgate Interactive on Instagram. They have an Instagram, and through there they have a link that actually lists every event by like day. So if you wanted to go to opening night or closing night, there's an opening and a closing where we end up on a yacht party. So Friday is opening night, and yeah, we're closing the opening night, and then we'll also be on the yacht on Monday, which is going to be like a whole vibe within itself. So like,
oh my
God, you're getting the BEM experience on Friday at the Frost Planetarium, and on the yacht on Monday, you're getting the Afrobeat compa vibes sundress.
Yeah. And to add on, you can also text us. We have a phone number on our Instagram. The number is 786-730-6590. And all week you could text us and we'll give you the info on how to get to the show, times, other shows we're doing during Art Basel Week.
Can you do that one more time, Deji? Let's give the number one more time.
The BEM hotline is 786 730 6590.
6590 if you want to.
No, finish it.
No, that's good. Keep going.
And then you can follow us at Paperwater on all social media platforms. You can talk to us.
Yeah, we're really nice.
I'm gonna try to pull up.
Oh, I think you should.
I want to pull up. Like, I love, like, I like to immerse myself in like Black music when it comes to art, because everything is so like common and so the norm. So anything that's different, that's what I gravitate towards. And y'all are very unique and different. And I really want to pull up. I want to pull up to when you're there physically. So we'll talk offline.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And I love the fusion. It's like Haitian and it's Liberian fusion mixed together. Like, it's beautiful. Like, you don't really hear much about that overall. Like, it's very unique, and it's yours. You can own it as yours, as your vision, as your piece. And so I love stuff like that, you know. So I'm gonna hit you up and, you know, try to coordinate. So okay. So thank you so much. Continue to do what you're doing. You found your gift and your purpose. Please continue to give back to the community and to us. You know, show us your ways, your culture, and your vision, and inspire and continue to educate. So thank you so much, and enjoy this Art of Black Art Basel season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we'll see you soon. Bye. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
And now on to my next co-host. She is going to be the queen of Art of Black Miami. Okay. It is none other than Imani Latifa. She is our arts and culture connoisseur. So Imani, I was in your stories yesterday and earlier today. So what are we talking about tonight? Where have you been?
Peace and beautiful blessings, and welcome to the Art Week here in Miami. My first stop was historic Virginia Key Beach for a behind-the-scenes look at some of the historic preservation that's going on down there and some of the marvelous events that are taking place. Take a listen.
Meetings for civil rights, family gatherings, church meeting, all of it went down in the pavilion, so it's pretty iconic. And so when it's working right, there's you hear music and kids and songs of the 50s, you know, when it was all happening. So that's a good thing.
So I was invited to participate with one of the first events that was this past weekend called Art With Me, but of course had to go get the history first, because as a historical preservationist, history and art meets a very elaborate time. So as we were journeying to the other side to visit, this was a remarkable place. I mean, this is my ultimate fun time when you can mix art and therapy and music and celebration. And it was like, had this kind of hippie vibe to it. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, this is kind of interesting. But it was a place where you could paint right here. People were painting. And then they had little installations set up where you could kind of just sit, take pictures, just kind of be a part of things. I think this type of art is really impressive. And this is their second year at Historic Virginia Key Beach. There's a lot of things going on there. So, check out their Rolodex throughout the year. There's always events taking place. But this one there were vendors and some unique items such as this dragon. And this is one of my favorites, these big, giant, round silver balls. And oh my God, the food was pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. It was really, really good. I had some food there, which was like vegan ice cream. Oh my God, with roses sprinkled on it. Yes. And there was some chicken and waffles. And, it was a glamorous event. So if you're here in Miami doing Art Basel, have fun, be safe, have a marvelous time, and we'll see you on the next side. And thanks so much for watching.
Wow, I had no idea that was going down at Virginia Beach. Like, are you for real, Imani? You've been holding out, girl. You've been holding out. All right, so I have to definitely make a trip down there before the season is over for Art Basel, Art of Black Miami. Okay, now on to my next co-host. He is none other than Chef Irie. He is a celebrity, NFL and NBA celebrity chef. He's also been featured on American Public Television for American Public Islands television series. And he also had a partnership with Chef Jodhan Mourra. So they're going to be talking about the Art of Transformation Café Afrique, or Afrique. It's a pop-up restaurant at Opelaka's historic train station. So basically, it's a chance to enjoy and immerse yourselves in the African diaspora-inspired cuisine with a menu created by Chef Jodhan. So let's go ahead and play the clip.
What's up, everybody? Hey, Nicky, what's going on, girl? Salute, yes. And guess what? It is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Thank you. Awesome. So everybody, guess what? This weekend is going to be an amazing time for a lot of us, for a lot of art lovers. Yes, it's time for Art Basel again. Once again, artists, artworks, everywhere in Miami, South Beach, all over the place. But guess what? We as a people, our art, our Black art gets represented everywhere and all the time. And it's always good that we can go to events, that are featuring us, featuring our culture in all aspects, in all ways. And in Opelaka this weekend, started, because Art Basel starts December 1st. Starts tomorrow, baby, tomorrow. So December 1st to December 4th, Art Basel is here. And in Opelaka, they're going to be having several events. And one of those events takes place Thursday and Friday. That is the Art of Transformation. Yes, and I know they have their dinner, the Café Afrique. Yes, they are having their Thursday and Friday dinner, and it is being hosted by Chef Jodhan. And we are here to talk to him a little bit about what he's doing for Café Afrique. Chef, what's going on, man?
What's up? Thank you, Chef Irie. Happy birthday.
Why, thank you, sir.
I got you Thursday on something special.
Oh, well, hey, I'm coming just to see you, homie. I'm saying I'm coming to see you, brother. But, congrats and, hanging out there at Café Afrique and for Art Basel and representing the Black culture, but also representing the Haitian culture. Because I know, my brother, I looked at the menu, man. I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I see some stuff going on up in here. So tell me a little bit about you real quickly, man, before we jump into, Art of Transformation. Who are you? What's going on with you in South Florida?
So I'm Chef Jodhan Mourra. I'm the chef owner at Roma Catering, based in South Florida. We're a luxurious Haitian catering company. We've been serving South Florida since 2019. I am also the owner of Cabana by Chef Jodhan, which is located in the Graham Center at FIU Food Court.
Okay.
It is the only non-franchisee restaurant in the building, and it serves everything in culture. So we have the Jamaican cuisine, Haitian cuisine, Trinidadian. So it's the piece of the Caribbean right here at FIU.
Well, congrats on that, man. Congrats. I definitely have to come down to FIU for sure to come check that out because I hadn't. Wait a minute. I think I was only peeped to that by our host, Nicky. And Nick, yes, she was at the center a few weeks ago. It was a discovery for her. And of course, I think she lost her mind down there. So kudos on that, my brother. So the art of transformation, man. So, this event has been going on for a few years now, there in Opelika. And it allows, I think, the city to bring to the people, a way to showcase, not just the art, but the venues that are there in Opelika. And I know you are going to be doing a dinner, a two-day affair at the historic train station. So tell me a little bit about, what you're planning for the folks. When is it? What time and all that good stuff for Café. Is it Café Afrique Café or Café Afrique?
Café d'Afrique.
Café Afrique. Awesome. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what's going on with Café Afrique tomorrow and Friday.
So for Thursday and Friday, so there's no other way to showcase culture other than food and art. Those are the main ways you can easily introduce anybody to any culture. So with Café d'Afrique, what we decided is to showcase a little bit of our cuisine, because Caribbean cuisine is African cuisine.
Right.
Okay, we have a little English twist, a little French twist, a little Spanish twist. But when you look at the cuisines and the recipes, you can see where the base comes from. You can see the roots of our food.
Right.
So what I have prepared for you is a mix of culture, showcasing all of our great food in the Afro-Caribbean cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have the Jodhan rice. We have to represent.
But of course.
We have the roasted snapper. We'll have the grilled fish.
Mm-hmm.
With the spicy slaw, spicy onion, which can also be escovitch.
Right.
So we'll have the rice and beans, the curried rice. So I have a few things lined up for you guys in the menu.
This is going to be awesome. So I know that the event starts on Thursday at I think 7 p.m.
No, well the art expo starts at 5.
Right.
But the Café d'Afrique opens at 7.
Awesome. And so I'm thinking, so how do people are able to get tickets for the event? Because I think that's the of the events that are taking place, that's the one that is being charged for.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think so how do people get tickets for the event?
So you get the tickets via Eventbrite, and if you visit the art transformation page of Opelika, you'll find the link on there.
I think that's so that's artinopelika.com. Yes, artinopelika.com.
Yeah. Yes, so that's you purchase your seats. The seats are limited and they're filling up fast.
Right.
So come down. It's gonna be a great experience.
Well,
a flavorful experience.
Yes, I do believe so, and I think there is that the only event that you're participating in for Art of Transformation. So we want people to make sure that they know where you are.
Well, on Wednesday I'll be also taking care of the appetizers, the cocktail hour for the art.
Nice.
So if you make it on Wednesday, you get a little taste of Chef Jodhan.
Nice. I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chef Jodhan. And so, what, you were born in Haiti?
I was raised in Haiti. I was born in Brooklyn. So
Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, y'all? Yeah, Brooklyn's in the
everything
house.
Haitian. You know, Brooklyn belongs to the Haitians.
Hey, look at it. There ain't no Brooklyn without Caribbean people, baby. I'm just saying.
True. You ain't lie. So I was raised in Haiti all my life since a baby, and I moved back to New York after the earthquake.
Right.
So I finished high school, I pursued college, and then, I always fell in love with food. My mom is a caterer in Haiti, and I don't know about you, I like to eat. So I was always up in that kitchen, eating, tasting, seeing how things are done. So food actually runs in my blood. So as I grew older, I decided that, hey, I like this. Why don't I continue doing it? I want to do it for a living.
Right.
So from New York, I decided to do Taste of Haiti in Florida. So I flew in and did it. The feedback was so amazing that I decided to move in 2019.
Oh, wow.
And from there, business has been booming. I don't really advertise. I can say every single client I got is because they tasted my food.
Niceness. That's a good testimony for sure. So definitely, love to have you. Look forward to meeting you in person for sure. But yes, gentle people, the art of transformation, it takes place. It starts definitely on, today, actually. Yes, starts today, Wednesday. But the Café Afrique starts on Thursday, tomorrow, December 1st, and also on Friday. So you can take part of the lovely, sumptuous menu that Chef Jodhan has created, that evokes and takes care and embraces our African roots and our African culture. So we want to big up the people, the city of Opelika, and everybody that is putting their efforts together to make sure that the art of transformation takes off and go to heights unknown this year in 2022. So, Chef, big ups to you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Chef Irie, I'm out to tell the people where to find you, man. Tell the people where to find you.
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram. It's _by_Chef Mourra.
And people can find you also at Cabana at FIU.
Yes.
So I'm just down the street. Well, kind of sort of down the street, but I'm coming up. I'm coming down.
We have good jerk chicken. We have the Creole turkey. So we have a little bit for everybody, and we even have a vegan option.
Niceness. There you go, people. Art of Transformation, December 1st through December 2nd. Featuring Chef Jodhan. Go out, check it out, get your tickets on the Art in Opelika, artinopelika.com, and go out and have yourself an amazing time. And have yourself an amazing time doing Art Basel. And that's it. So if you see me out there, say hello to Chef Irie. If you see Chef Jodhan, say hello to Chef Jodhan. Chef, peace. Have a great time. Much success. Much blessings.
Thank you, Chef.
Wow. Congratulations, Chef Jodhan. I was literally at your restaurant at FIU's Graham Center, and the food was just amazing. And I just want to say, compared to all the other options that was available at the Graham Center, yours really stood out as being more local as far as representation of South Florida. So thank you so much. And I do want to reiterate that the Art of Transformation, it takes place tomorrow and Friday, and it begins at 7 p.m. So just Google, Chef Jodhan, Art of Transformation. You'll see the menu, you see the times and how to purchase your ticket. So he is a great chef. I've tried the food. I literally posted about his restaurant at the FIU Graham Center and his food about a couple of weeks ago. And I'm an advocate. I'm not lying. His food is spectacular. So It's worth the investment. All right, now on to our next featured Art of Miami Art Basel guest. He is the Harlem Globetrotter guard, the none other Maxwell Pearce, creator of the Art of an Athlete collection. So Maxwell, thank you so much for being our guest tonight. How's it going this wonderful Hump Wednesday?
It's been a long day. Thank you for having me. The connection in the building that I was in isn't good, so I had to come out to the car. Wanted to be sure I didn't miss this.
We can see you. You good. We can see you clearly. You good.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So wait, are you okay? So where are you based out of?
I'm from New York.
Oh, it's cold up there now, isn't it?
It is. So I'm very happy to be here in Miami right now.
We know you happy. Welcome. So how long have you played with the Harlem Globetrotters?
So this is my 5th year with the team.
Okay.
So, 2018, I was in the college slam dunk contest, and that's pretty much how I got discovered by the team.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so at what age did you start to play basketball?
Probably 4 or 5, maybe.
That's really young. Wow. Okay.
Young. Yeah.
It runs in the family, or was it like your own unique gift that you discovered?
I would say I have a pretty sporty family. Both of my younger siblings play sports. My parents didn't really play, but they like to watch. So.
Okay. I'm sure they're really proud of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what sparked the Art of an Athlete collection?
So in 2020, I was doing an interview on live television, and basically a banana was thrown at me unexpectedly. And I was already aware of the history of throwing bananas at Black athletes, the racial implications behind it. And so I decided that I was going to make this a teachable moment and speak out about it. So when I spoke out publicly, I got a support from some people, but I got a lot of hate. I got death threats, people calling me monkey, N-word, anything you could think of. And so one of the main themes of what people were saying to me was, shut up and dribble, just stick to sports, stop talking about anything social, racial, or political. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to use my other form of expression to continue to communicate these messages. So that's how the collection was born. The collection basically highlights athletes from the past and the present who use their platform to speak out against injustice.
Well, I was kind of like thrown off by they literally threw a banana at you. So you mean to tell me that while you were being interviewed, a banana was thrown at you? So they literally had a banana? Like,
yeah.
Wait. So was it premeditation? Just in case?
I mean, I can't speak to the intention of I can't speak to the intention of anybody else but myself. But what I can say is that I definitely thought about how to handle it, and I think the bigger picture, or as crazy as the situation was, the bigger picture is that this has happened several times before, and it just sheds light on the ultimate goal here, which is that all of us need to be respected, especially athletes need to be respected as the human beyond the jersey. I think a lot of times people stop at uniform and don't give us the space that they would give somebody else to speak on issues that directly affect them.
That is so crazy that they would already have that prop in place based on your answer to your interview. That's like surreal to me. But I'm happy that you were able to conduct yourself in an appropriate manner, because we are definitely heavily judged based on how we speak and how we conduct ourselves. Yes. So thank you for keeping your demeanor and for keeping that professionalism about you when that was apparently thrown at you. That's surreal to me. So moving on. So what kind of impact do you want the collection to make as far as fighting social injustices?
So this collection it's very complex. It attacks a lot of issues, racism, misogyny, gender pay gap.
Oh, wow.
Trying to think of any other major one, even like stigmas against athletes. I'm trying to communicate a bunch of messages. One again would be athletes being respected as the humans that they are, rather than just the athletes that they are. I think if people are coming to watch athletes play in a game, we're definitely providing a space for the fans to escape their real world issues. And so if they can come and watch us and we can provide that for them, then they should at least allow us the space to use our platform to escape our real world issues as well. So I definitely think that this collection is a celebration of athletes. I don't think it shows athletes in a way where a lot of the stigmas match up. I definitely try to highlight the athletes in their best moments, whether that's on or off the court or the field.
Yeah. And Aaliyah, we can just cue up any kind of visuals. That'd be great. So my next question is, do you feel like athletes are like forced to be tight-lipped when it comes to expressing or protesting against racial or social injustices? I mean, I just feel like there's a disparity with athletes versus everyday celebrities. So what's your take on that?
I think, like, I'm so glad that you pointed that out, because there really is a distinction there. I think because athletes are on a little bit of a different platform, I think the amount of eyes that are on them, like they're interviewed after every game, before every game, whereas celebrities in other fields might not only have to answer to the media until they're in a new movie or there's a new album. I think there's a lot more consistent. They just have eyes on them a lot more frequently, and so it's a lot harder to engage with media outlets and avoid saying something that might get them put in a bad light. I think historically, sports have always been a part of the social, political, racial landscape. We just refuse to acknowledge that. And I think it's a whole nother thing when we talk about Black athletes in particular, because that's when the racism and even sometimes the misogyny is added on. So whatever we try to say.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like it just reminds me historically of the days where we were seen as circus. I don't want to say it, but maybe I should say it, but circus animals as amusement and entertainment, not as humans. And in modern day 2022, it's kind of similar, but it's kind of, I guess, more subliminal in a sense.
Yep.
So it's like it's there. The elephant is there, but we're so afraid to address the elephant. And when we do, then we're ridiculed for it in a sense, you know?
I think it's a lot more covert. I think back in the day, it used to be a lot more in your face. Like you said, now these like microaggressions have become a lot more popular because they're the subtle version of racism. But I think since 2020, especially post George Floyd, once a bunch of the athletic leagues started to make their own statements, athletes have definitely multiplied in their power and in their willingness to actually speak up with their platform. So I definitely think we're headed in the right direction, but I think it's going to take a really long time until we are afforded the same space as everybody else to speak on issues that directly affect us and the people around us.
Yeah, and they always say there's a separation between church and state.
Yeah.
As far as athletes and them playing the sport, but merging their their personal beliefs or being an advocate for like social issues. Like, what is your take on the separation between church and state in a sense?
So I think as it applies to athletes, it honestly should be the same across the board. I think the only place where there might have to be a little bit more nuance is, ironically, in the media. Like, a news anchor, for example, I think it's better if we would receive news from a neutral standpoint because it can remain factual. There's a lot of outlets that lean so far in one way that it's definitely oppressive. But I think for athletes who are people who are capable of influencing the trends and kind of the way that things go, we definitely provide the culture and supply the culture. So for people to continue to pick at things that they like from the culture and then not allow us to promote that culture or to advocate in a way where we can be protected, I think that's my biggest fear.
Yeah, there's more progress is needed as far as free speech in a sense. And
for sure. And I think I do want to say that with a small caveat. I think athletes, everybody should exercise actually educating themselves before they just decide they want to jump out on their platform. Because it can, as we've seen, it can also be damaging when you jump the gun and just get out there on social media before actually acquiring the knowledge and the facts about something.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like, formulate your own opinion. There's always two sides.
Right.
Analyze both sides, and then you can formulate what direction you want to take. And I agree with that. You don't want to put your foot in your mouth. So that's very important. So where can we see your collection and what can we expect?
So the collection will be opening on Friday at Namdi Gallery. It will be on display Friday from 6 to 10 p.m., Saturday from 12 to 4, and then Sunday the same hours. And you can just expect a completely different approach to the creation of artwork. It's not the typical painting and drawing. It's a lot more usage of the equipment that the athletes use, whether that's baseballs or tennis rackets, even like the skins of a basketball or a football.
Wow.
So yeah, I really can't fit it into one box outside of mixed media. I think that would be the best way to describe the creation of the work.
Okay, I don't mean to go down this rabbit hole, but you mentioned like baseball and skin. So what is your take on Sammy Sosa, like not really appreciating his melanin and literally bleaching his skin? And he's a baseball player. Like,
yeah.
What's your take on that?
Honestly, I think my opinion as an athlete is going to be, is not as important as my opinion as a person of color.
Yeah.
I like to take pride in the melanin that I have. I take pride in what I come from. And I always try to encourage the people around me to take pride in where they come from. So it can definitely be disappointing to see when people don't honor that or take pride in it.
Right.
All I can do is just wish for the change of mind. I think that's the best.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know that country is on a whole different level compared to other countries as far as advancement and where we are as a whole, as a collective, as melanin people. So I just wanted to get your perspective on that. Okay. Yeah. So how can we find you and more of your collection?
So on all social media platforms, my social media handles are Maxwell Pearce, Pearce, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And so this will be the first collection for this particular series. The next collection will probably show in Detroit and then LA. And so I'll announce the further locations on all those social media platforms. But those would be the best ways to find out about them. Or you can go to theartofathlete.com.
Theurbanathlete.com. Wow.
The Art of an Athlete.
That is awesome. Okay, so after the season, do you see maybe like an expansion in the portfolio as far as your collection?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm already working on the next wave of work. I did have to take a pause because prepping for the show this weekend has been quite an experience. So once I can kind of debrief from this, then I'll get back to finishing the next few pieces.
Yeah, no, very, very inspiring. You don't really hear much about like the athletic side as far as like art. I know like as far as athletics and athletes, they're as we've grown along the years, they're very more vocal and they're more advocates as far as their views. But as far as being like an artist, that's very like very minimal and not really heard of.
I definitely agree. And I recognize that. And, hopefully it inspires other artists to do the same. I mean, other athletes to do the same. I'm sure that there are a ton of athletes out there who have an artistic side, whether that's through visual art or music. Like Damian Lillard makes music. He's just one example, but I'm sure that there are tons of athletes out there who want to tap into their artistic side. They just don't have the time. So
yeah, and I would say that you're one of the pioneers for that. I feel like a lot of athletes, I feel like maybe they're tight-lipped because of the consequences if they were to be open and express how they feel about certain views as far as when it comes to social injustices. So you are a pioneer of that, and I'm looking forward to more athletes just being more open and vocal and being free with their opinion, So yeah. You're not going to be chained down. You're not going to be like locked in a jail or somewhere. You're just being open and vocal, and you're not like following the masses. So I really applaud you for just stepping out of that box.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It's not easy. Thinking about if I did this, what would happen to me? Or
and
if I speak against that, how am I going to be perceived in this type of industry or category? So it takes a lot, and you're very brave, and it's really admirable. So thank you for that. And we have a video here. So Leah, let's go ahead and play the video. Play. Hit the play button.
I think I've always been an artist. I think it's just been suppressed by me being an athlete. The way that I really got to working with the athletic material is just my normal thinking of how can I do this in an outside of the box.
Wow.
My childhood with sports was a lot of trying out different sports. Basketball was the one that stuck with me the most, but I've ran cross country, I played football, I played baseball. So I think the combination of those things really helped mold me as a basketball player, but also as an artist, because I can legitimately speak from experience from all of those sports and really be sure that I'm like honing in on the important parts of what needs to be presented or what perspective needs to be given through each piece. When it comes to art, I definitely feel like my process has a lot to do with getting away from the traditional drawing or painting. I think it really depends on the vision or the message of the piece that I'm trying to get across, and that'll kind of dictate how I use that material. But for the most part, it's really about presenting a new way of thinking through the art to accompany the message that is sending. So the art of an athlete is a very targeted, intentional collection of work. It all stemmed from a racial experience that I had. It was an experience that really bothered me. And so when I finally decided to publicly speak out about it, I was met with a ton of backlash. I got death threats from people in Alabama.
Wow.
A bunch of people were sending me messages on social media. And
So crazy.
The central theme of what I was getting from those people was like, shut up and dribble. Just don't talk about anything else outside of your sport. And so I think the combination of me witnessing that and experiencing it firsthand was more than enough to throw me over the top and be like, okay, I'm gonna tap into this whole nother avenue of expression, the art, and continue to communicate these important messages through my art. So this collection highlights athletes from the past and the present who use their platform to speak out against social and racial injustice.
There we go. Yes. Keep going. Don't let it shut you down. Keep going. That's like fuel to keep you going. Like,
right.
Yes. No, thank you for that. And I know athletes, they're like under so much pressure to just play the game, play the game, play the game, block everything else, play the game, block everything else. But it's like, there's only so much you can like hold in before you burst into a volcano.
Right. We're humans too.
Yes. Yes. Well, Max, thank you so much. I definitely am thinking Saturday or Sunday is when I'll be there. Definitely. I want to experience your exhibition and your vision. It's your experience and your vision. So thank you for bringing that to the forefront. And as an athlete, I know it's not easy. I don't know if you got a therapist or a psychiatrist that you're talking to, but let me stop. Mental health advocate. No. It's not a joke, but it's thank you so much for expressing that and for allowing us into your mind and for being an advocate for our community as far as social injustices. Thank you so much. So
thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you providing a platform. So
yes. And when you get ready to expand into your next vision, we're here. Just hit us up. We'll be glad to speak on it and expose it further. So thank you so much and keep continuing. Please continue to be the voice for our Black and brown athletes. Thank you.
Yeah, will do. Thanks.
Thank you so much and have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. And y'all don't forget that Duke and Dame Whiskey, they're one of our sponsors. So for your chance to win a Duke and Dame Whiskey bottle, just like mention a name of a Black and brown owned restaurant within Dade, Broward, and West Palm Beach. And that's it for your chance to win a Duke and Dame Whiskey bottle, which I have tried, and it is off the chain, no chaser needed, just some ice, some cubes of ice, and that's it. So thank you so much. Please go out and enjoy the Art of Black Miami experience this 2020 season. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.